So I stopped at a 7-Eleven, really to get a Diet Coke, and ended up with all this. So let me take you through my brain process and how the hell this happened. But Diet Coke, went there to get it, and then I'm walking, I see these new chips. Oh, cheesy jalapeno or late night jalapeno popper Doritos. Bet, gotta get those and try those. Buy the soda, they had these spicy queso and then zesty, y'all know that word, ranch puff fries. So we said, cool, we have to try those. Walking to the register, I see this gourmet cornbread sitting by the honey buns, and this was at the register. When I'm at the register too, I look to the left why they got them like, what do you call them things? The taquitos and stuff, and they had butter rolls. And I thought to myself, you haven't had one of these in ages. One of my favorite things, I think I talked about this in one of my other videos, growing up in a cafeteria at school lunch, we used to eat a butter rolled Doritos as a sandwich. So I got a buttered roll. Look, there's butter on this roll. And I'm gonna make one. I wanna see if I still like it. I haven't had one in, damn, it's been a decade or two. This is like elementary school type stuff. But let's try some of these chips first. Doritos, late night, jalapeno popper, so I know what to put on the butter roll Doritos. Let's see. Oh, these will go well. This really tastes like a homemade jalapeno popper. What do I mean? It has that bite that you get from an actual pepper, like a seeded jalapeno, that you can't really get unless you almost like put it on the grill, which is pretty cool. And then a little bit of this cheddar cheese taste. I would have preferred like a cream cheese, but it tastes like a cheese blend. But it's gonna go really well on these chips. So this is what I used to do. We all did this in school. It's pretty simple. Take a roll. They already buttered it for me, so I don't have to do that. But we used to butter them ourselves. And then you take the damn thing of Doritos like this, and you put it on a sandwich. That's literally it. You try to stack it as high as you could. And you take the other half of the roll and press it down. I saw that Irish people do this as well. And I was like, man, we do this too. But they do it on white bread. And they use other kinds of chips. It doesn't matter. Anyway. That's class, man. It's still good. You gotta try it. Just try it. Just get your favorite chips. Preferably, we used to do it a lot with nacho cheese or Cool Ranch, or both, or 3D Doritos. But, you know, I got all these damn chips now. Jalapeno popper really works. This used to cost $1. Bag of chips was 25 or 50 cents, depending on which one you got. And a butter roll was 25 cents. That was it. Still good. You need the butter. It's even better if you use better butter. But it was a school lunch, so it wasn't great butter either. But if you're older, get yourself some good, like some Kerrygold or something. And go to work. This is still fire. I don't think I eat this all the time because I feel like you gotta be in school lunch to eat like this. I'm not gonna eat this at the crib, you know? Because I'll probably pop an egg on here or something like that at home. But no joke. Still fire. Like, you just gotta try it, bro. I'm telling you. It's a weird one, but if you know, you know. The best one is still gonna be with just OG, nacho cheese, or even a purple bag might hit. Y'all gotta try that, bro. But let's try these 7-Eleven spicy queso and then zesty ranch. Every time I say the word zesty, I know people like, hey, look, that's what's on there, bro. Anyway, I like those like Andy Capp's hot fries, so I figured I would try these out. And the Chester's joints ain't bad either. Let's see what the spicy queso tastes like. I need to see something. Y'all get what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say it. Definitely. I like these. even better than the hot fries. Again, it just has a spicy nacho flavor. 7-Eleven chips are super underrated. One thing they're gonna do is put some chips out. I'll eat those again. 8.5. Easy. Yeah. But I usually don't like ranch flavored chips unless they're Cool Ranch Doritos. All the other versions of it always suck to me. So, let's see. Zesty Ranch. If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be 7-Eleven. See, like even like this is fat shape, bro. I don't know. Not bad. These taste like Cool Ranch. Not bad. Going back in. Get you a butter roll and go to work. Yeah. I'm gonna go 7.5 for these. I like them. But you can even combine them like the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Unite. Really nice job with this. That's good. This is either gonna go really bad or really good. But it was by the register. So I said, let's try a glazed donut. This probably made fresh 3 years ago. That's what we do here, man. No. It's not what you want. That tastes like bread. Like not dough, like a donut. And it's not what you want. That gets a 2 out of 10. I had to try it for the one time. The cookies be hit, and I said, you know what, let's try the donut. Lesson learned. Let's go to Daisy's Cornbread. Found this next to the honey buns. I said, who making cornbread in here? All right, let's just try it. So I'm gonna just pop this out like this. Give me some cornbread. Mad crumbs. I'm gonna go a little more in depth on this one of these days, but I did just finish Stranger Things and people were asking about it. I want to make a video when it's all said and done. It's only been 5 episodes, so I know a lot of creators that make like movie or like that sort of content are already putting theirs out, but I feel like right now my grade is unfinished because I need to see how the story ends. But people were asking about it. A couple of things I'll just talk about real quick. One, the elephant in the room. It is noticeably taking away from the show that they are way too old to be playing the roles that they're playing, a lot of them. It's not necessarily their fault. They had production shutdowns at one point. I know people saying, well, you know, it took 10 years to make 5 seasons. I mean, that's 1 season every 2 years. It's really not that bad. It's just the show was set at a time where they were all kids and they just hit puberty too quick. And it takes away from it because a lot of the principal characters, especially the main high school students at this point, they look like they're 20, 21, 22 years old. And they really look like it, you know, they got 5 o'clock shadows and it just looks bad. Also, some of the younger characters, I know they did have to switch the casting on the young Wheeler woman. It's a different person because she's noticeably older. The young girl who played Lucas Sinclair's younger sister, Erica, from like season 3 to season 5, she's aged visibly to the point that she's playing like a middle school student and she looks like she's like a senior in high school. Once you get past that, which admittedly the first episode, I just kept like pointing it out. I thought the season got better. There are some things, again, I'm not going too much into detail because I need to see how the story ends, that I'm just like, why did they go in this direction? I feel like there's some characters, they don't know like what direction to take some of the characters, but I don't know until that's said and done. By the time the ending of the 4th episode rolled around, I was like, man, it just left me with a massive cliffhanger. I need to see how it ends. So at first it was like, and then it started to get to the point where now I'm into it again. I think that right now I don't know what people are saying about it because I largely avoid reviews until I'm all said and done. But I think this is going to be like one of those things people are just, they're not going to stop pointing out the visible age thing. And I think it's going to be mixed for most people. I think the first season was so peak that it's hard to overcome that. But again, the season's not over, so I don't know yet. But did I enjoy it? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Is it the worst season so far? Don't know yet. You know, but they've kind of gotten to this formula in the show where they have like all these storylines going on at once that it's hard to focus on one because they're all so separate from each other, where they don't even like, there are certain characters in the show, I don't know if people have realized it, they haven't even talked to each other. It's in 5 seasons. And there are principal characters who have never had a conversation, which is nuts because they're always so far apart in their storylines, and because there's 3 or 4 storylines going on at once, especially the last couple of seasons, that it becomes tough to even be like, how the hell are you going to follow all this? But the biggest thing that I have an issue with, more than anything, is they have to stop doing this stupid thing where they keep making people wait. Because now it's Thanksgiving, and everybody has to wait till Christmas to get the second part, and then the finale comes out at New Year's. And I know they're trying to get people to keep their subscriptions, but it's just so Bush League, and I really don't like that. But as far as the show goes, again, I'm going to reserve my opinions on it, but I want to address that elephant in the room. It's really noticeable. And again, it's not really some of their faults. Kind of sucks, but I just want to talk about it a little bit because I know people are asking, but I'm holding off until it's done. I learned my lesson with The Last of Us because you in the beginning I was like, and then the storyline got resolved and I was like, okay, that storyline was kind of stupid when it was all said and done, but I really liked it in the build-up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to hold off. Anyway, there's no outro on this channel.